8 in the morning. I tried to get the kids to school by 7:30 every day. Mason sabotages me every day. He doesn't do it on purpose. It has to do with his ADHD. It has to do with his autism. It has to do with his diabetes. It has to do with a bunch of crap. But he takes 45 minutes to get to a car from a house. He takes so long, and it gets worse every day. And it has to do with anxiety, and it has to do with life skills that he is refusing to use or refusing to grow in. I am really struggling lately with Mason. I have been since I've been sick, and I think he sees his future in me, and I think it's hard for him, and I think there's a lot of other things that are really hard on him right now that need to be dealt with, that we have put on the back burner. I'm really struggling with him. And I sat in the car for the last 15 minutes and just talked because I was so angry. I was like, look, dude, you gotta grow up. I mean, you're 14 years old. I get it. You have type 1 diabetes and it rules your life and it sucks. I got sick at 12, dude. This is what I'm telling him. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to have something act upon you that you have no control over. But it's not an excuse. It can't be an excuse, or you'll never survive. Hey guys. Ooh. Okay, so you saw my morning. Anyway, on my way home, I called my husband, just crying. I was so upset with Mason. I was just like, dude, Brandon, you have to step up as a dad, not to yell at them, but to connect with these boys, because they need a good example of how a man should be acting, or how a boy should become a good man. And you're a good man, Brandon, and I know you have a hard time connecting with Mason, and Bella takes up a lot of your time, but I've got to have help because I am losing Mason. I am losing my grip on Mason. He has a highly addictive personality. That scares me. I think everyone in this family has a highly addictive personality. Before my parents were members, that my dad was an alcoholic. My mom married a drummer. Oh, my dad wasn't a drummer. My oldest brother is my half brother. It's a sad story. I'll go into that another time. But, yeah. So, what I've decided on my way home, and then after praying about it and falling asleep and taking a nap and resting and watching YouTube and chilling my brain out, I have decided that this can be a positive situation. After talking to Mason in the car, I have decided that his consequence for his refusal to correct behaviors that we have told him need to be corrected, things like showering every day, changing your clothes every day, not sleeping in the clothes you went to school in if they're jeans because it's not healthy for him with diabetes because his pod is on his back. He wears these heavy sweaters and overheats his body. He won't do any chores. He refuses. He gets extremely hyper-focused on whatever it is that 2 weeks, and he can't do anything else. And he can't get his brain to do anything else. He sounds more and more like me every day. Anyway, so I've decided, and I told him this earlier, that his consequence for not caring for himself properly and taking care of his hair, we have told him for a year, if he can't take care of it, we're going to cut it. Today is the day. He has pushed me too far. He looks too much like a homeless person, and he is dirty and not taking care of himself, and he will get a haircut today. And so we ended on a good note this morning. Like, I had my hand around his shoulder and I'm like, dude, we used to be a better partnership than this. It's like, something's happening with you and that's fine. Everything you're feeling is fine, but you're regressing in life and we need to move forward. And so his consequence is to lose that hair. I've left the hair alone. I've left the argument of the mop on his head alone in the room. It's time to teach this kid how to be a little bit more grown up. He does have autism. He does have ADHD. He does have depression. He does have type 1 diabetes. He does have issues. We all do. We all have to learn how to function in life. With me being sick for the last 6 months, he's gotten lost. Now it's time to get back on a positive note with him. Yeah.